All glory to God. See what's happening here. Look at this. Oh my God. I'm come. I came through hell. Here right now. I feel fully relieved and a little bit hopeful for something I can do understand after my treatment. That marking of my consistency, my effort, and my strength, and also my faith unto my training. And now it's kind of a relief. You know? I, I feel very, very good. I do not have any backache anymore. My trap totally free. My neck can move it, and I feel nothing in my traps anymore. There used to be some. I would use the words obstacle to describe it because it's literally seemed like something prevent me from turning to my right side. It's hurtful and even have to do a lot of uh, flexion exercise in order to temporarily relieve all that pain. So now, today, it's completely, especially on my shoulder, because I use it a lot of pressure. And also, when I'm top rolling, I use my shoulder to navigate where I am going. But not that my opponent will catch me if they get me outside of my shoulder. No, I use my shoulder in order to keep a balance. But do not give high regard to balance because balance is not what you aim for. It's exactly what's the opposite of your intention when you're doing a sport. And a sport represents and it is a manifestation of your own source of progression, your competitiveness, your stiffness, your steadfast mindset, in which it's like a teacher that any kind of pain signify a hidden cause, hidden meaning, and prevail and present to you a, a feeling, an emotion, and a pathway in order to align yourself with and be assertive. So now, today's I just God gave me a wisdom that I cannot really grasp, and it's not up for grasp also. It's just for me to observe and maybe apply in my mind, in my action instinctively. But the lesson that I inferred through all my fallback, all my stubbornness, and all my mistake is actually if you love something and you want to bring it back or you want to bring it forward, you need to die for it. Because you live in a reality that's constantly changing and everything is subtle to the cause of itself. So if there's a pain, you know your sustainability is not that great and it signifies a challenge in front of you, and the challenge become a wave, become a story, become a novelty for you to have an adventure on. That's maybe your dragon, that may be what you have to slay. But what's pain? Pain is not a substructure. Pain is not even an imaginative stage in my mind. Pain, you cannot argue with it. Pain, you cannot win against it. But pain, if you have love, then you could lay yourself with it and to humbly accept and advocate for the progression proclivity in order to get not out of the pain, but to understand who you serve, uh, why you have to change, why you're still now, who keep you now. This brings back existentialism. There's so many atheists, and there's also so many extremists because they are so they're so subtle with the belief and that they do not have any kind of a sensitivity toward their own subculture foundation, their own substrate, their own religious substrate in which constituted them. Maybe, and I could properly define it, but maybe they believe in something out themselves, but systemize itself unto the vision of them, or they just simply believe in themselves. So our culture today, our way of living, even though you live in Bangladesh, you live maybe living in Vietnam, Asia, in Africa, in the USA, in Europe, but the belief in believing in oneself is dangerous, is false as its core. How could you count on something that right now caused you to suffer stupidly, in which do not tolerate you, in which is the significance present in the way for you to be better? You cannot believe in that. That's not a thing to believe in. That's a thing to act upon. That's a thing to improvise. That's a thing that back you up. So that's really not a belief system. That is just the present that being presented as a gift for you to now living in the world with sub meaning. So everything that you say, everything that you think, everything that you might even consider to be good or bad, who decided? Not you, not me. Who? Who? If we say not you, if we get it away from your way of living, can you put up with anything else? If I told you to follow someone, would you? And would that person told you to submit to them, would you? So tolerance has been perverted to a sense that Dostoevsky said perfectly and brilliantly. I phrase him. Tolerance would reach such a stage that people with wisdom cannot stand up against fool. And that's just correct. So philosophy is good, just like the system of making you believe is good. But what's better? Faith. What you cannot rationally measure and insulate so that it's outside of your limitation. That's a lesson to learn. And that's good to learn that and know you if you are still exist, someone still count on you. Maybe the construction between your own being may count on you. Maybe the purity inside you still count on you. You know, you're not run out anything. You still breathe. You're still intact living. So why you shut you down? If you're still living, someone still count on you. If you if someone loves you and you can become better, you have the opportunity to become better. Eventually you become better. the constant statistically of you becoming the source of living for the person who loves you is infinitely increasing based upon your instinctual fostering meaning toward greatness. So the more so if you become more powerful, you become greater, you become yourself, you become the imagination of best, you become the thing that they love. Then in reality, the exist and love you, the truth, the way, the light is still with you. You still have the navigator, you still have the ability to live, the chance to move forward, and you still have the truth inside of you. That is why you're still living. If there's no truth inside you, then you're in hell. Because false only exposes itself and tear it down. How can you make everything happen if it's just a lie? Do you obey it? The lie in the preconception of it is an ultimate betrayal toward the old conception that making it into reality. So it cannot be happened. So if you still live, just may think logically, like pure logic, someone still count on you. Do not say who cares. Say instead caring for others. Love those who persecuted you. Pray for those who hate you. Live for those who loved you. Be strong for those who need you. Believe in the ultimacy of greatness. And what's great, what's best. If you want to bring the best for someone, then subsequently, in every stage, you need to be better so that you could provide them with something that you cannot do right now, and something out of your own conditions, something that you have to open up to and pray for, something that intact that you not deserve to have, but in order have a mission to preserve it. So it's great. Try to stay with it. Try to make a meaning. Try to see through suffering. Because pain is change. And change, if you understand it, you will gain. So no pain, no change, no gain. Think. And if you are so hopeless, you are so nihilistic about life, then Jesus still loves you. I still love you. Maybe someone who hates you still loves you. Because you're the source of their life. You logic to be bad. You cannot. But look with that. So if you want to argue, don't argue with me. The most precious gift that you have already been given is your inner life. Live a life. Go live a life. A life is all that you have. You come here with nothing and you still have a life. Think. Be enlightened. Be enlightened does not mean I'm superior to other people, but have a way of living. Have a truth in me. Not just in me, but in who I could be. In love, in responsibility. So that's just all I want to say and put out some motivation as not a drive or desire to do anything, but rather a motivation, not aimless, but have a purpose, a hidden and a meaning to it. A myth. And myth is mythical, not fake. The narrative touch with the objective. Stay strong.